And welcome back to another edition of MicroPats with me, Jake Donnelly. This is our Week 4 edition where the New England Patriots stomped all over the visiting Miami Dolphins, eventually winning by a 38-7 score. So there are a couple of different plays that we can grab from this game, but for our purposes, we're going to actually go late in the game. Whereas last week, the Patriots were on the wrong end of a rookie running back getting his first ever 100-yard game. This week, the Patriots, obviously, with Sony Michel, were on the right end of a rookie running back getting his first ever 100-yard game. But here's the thing. How does a rookie running back actually get those yards? It's not all up to the running back. Sony Michel didn't all of a sudden go from a bust last week, if you read Twitter, to Superman this week. No, the offensive line played better, and in particular, one of the tight ends, one of the best blocking tight ends in the NFL that, by the way, happens to reside on the Patriots roster. He had himself an absolute whale of a game. And no, I'm not talking about the tight end that everybody wants to talk about in Rob Gronkowski. No, I'm talking about Dwayne Allen. Now, I was at the game yesterday, and if you were to listen to everybody in Section 218 of Gillette Stadium, you would think that Dwayne Allen is one of the worst players in the NFL. Whereas anybody that knows anything about football realizes that Dwayne Allen is, in fact, one of the best blocking tight ends in the NFL. People complain about the fact that he has a $3.38 million cap hit, but then again, they don't understand that, yes, there is a thing called passing in the NFL, but passing is a whole heap easier when you can run the ball. And when you have players like Dwayne Allen, you can run the ball. And so the Patriots, Sony Michel, more than 100 yards on the ground yesterday, and it's because of plays and players like Dwayne Allen. So we're going to go to late in the game where this game is already out of reach. It's make that 31-0. Patriots, they're going to win this game. 13:49 left in regulation, and we'll just run the play right away and see this beautiful, easy 10-yard run for Michel, who doesn't get touched at all in the play. So he just scoots in there. That's as easy as a touchdown run can get. Just beautiful, easy, all right, wonderful for everybody involved. Now, as you see with this red circle, Dwayne Allen comes in motion. He is going to set up about one by one off of the left shoulder of, well, what appears to be a sentient building in Trent Brown. But Trent Brown, he's at left tackle, obviously. Dwayne Allen, he's going to come out. And as we roll the play a little bit, he is going to come down on a crackback block. Now, when I was watching this play happen in real time, there's too many things to notice when you're up in the seats and you're just like, okay, I know something happened, I don't know what. There was a flash of blue, then there was a flash of white. And without the benefit of replay, it's really difficult to put it together. So I was extremely excited to see what happened on this play when I got back home and reviewed the game. So what ended up happening was Dwayne Allen turns Charles Harris. He tries to put him into the turf on this crackback block. So we roll the clip, and this is Dwayne Allen on the crackback. Now, two things to notice. One, it's that Charles Harris, the right defensive end for the Dolphins, his head is upfield. That is not good. He is probably staring down Trent Brown right now. I'm not saying it's not good that he's not doing his job. I'm saying it's not good because he doesn't recognize Dwayne Allen coming down the line, and Dwayne Allen turning into a bulldozer in human form is about to have Charles Harris looking down the field, and then Charles Harris in about half a second is going to be able to tell everybody in New England what the cloud coverage was like on this particular play. Bam! So there you go. Charles Harris, flat on his back. That's about as embarrassing as it gets. Now, I'm not saying that to make fun of Charles Harris. I've been there. One of the biggest hits I ever took in my life was actually in a practice on a play that was pretty much this exact play, except I was the outside linebacker and got decleated by a guard. It's just one of those instances where you're going, all right, everything's good, I'm doing exactly what I should, and then you realize, the grass looks a lot different right now. And go, oh no, never mind, those are the clouds. And that's exactly what happened to Charles Harris on this one. Dwayne Allen's block, as you can see, it allows Trent Brown to get around the end. And so now it's going to be Trent Brown versus a cornerback, and that's just not fair. And as it comes up, look, just just a huge alley for Michel to run. Now, also notice on this play, it's not just Dwayne Allen, it's not just Trent Brown, it's not even the linesmen like Shaq Mason as well as Andrews who get the job done, Joe Tooney who get the job done on this play. It's also Cordero Patterson. People have been saying that Cordero Patterson isn't doing what they all expected, especially after the way he was touted during the preseason. But this is yet another play where Patterson was tremendous in run blocking as a wide receiver. He's a big wide receiver. He's a strong wide receiver, and it really helps him that, well, he's a special teams player, and it's absolutely fantastic in special teams because you can see he does a very good job of reading defense when he's out there to block. So, as we make the play, Patterson, he's going to make contact about 3 yards upfield, and as the arrow is pointing out here, Patterson is going to take his defensive back, and he is going to clear him all the way into the end zone. And you can already tell that this play is going to be good because you have a monster of a human being in Trent Brown pulling off of the left end, and he's got one cornerback, and that's just not fair. So Patterson makes one block, makes a second block, and it's not that the defensive back actually ran backwards. Patterson shoves him backwards on this play. One block, two, connection again. This is just so beautiful. Patterson just one more time makes the connection, keeps his head in front of the play, and throws his defensive back all the way into the end zone. Now, what you saw if you were watching this game on television is the announcer was talking about how good, how athletic Trent Brown is. He's absolutely right. Trent Brown is an extremely athletic human being. But here, you have Brown pulling around the end, and they don't mention Dwayne Allen, who right now is kind of in the slot. I said 1-by-1 earlier. This kind of looks more like a 3-by-1. That first angle was a little bit deceiving. White's going to obviously take the toss and use the blocking that opens up for him. But Allen's going to come down on Charles Harris, make the connection right here on the crackback. Oh, boy, this is such a beautiful block. That right there is worth $3.38 million. Again, Allen comes down on the crackback, gets Harris, and Harris goes, what is that, 4 yards? Where's the initial contact? Right here, about 5 yards, 4 yards outside the hash. Dwayne Allen is going to make contact. Charles Harris is going to have his head end up at the outside hash. And then Sony Michel is going to be able to just take the ball and run all the way upfield. And now, since we've gone through everything, we've gone through all the blocking, we've gone through Shaq Mason doing his job, we've gone through Joe Tooney doing his job on the cut blocks here. You can see Mason is taking his guy down. The body that is right here, that is actually Joe Tooney's on the cut block. Charles Harris, he is already on the ground at the 13-yard line right there. Trent Brown has nobody in front of him. I would be running in the complete opposite direction of a full-steam Trent Brown. But you know how you know it's a good running play? When somebody like Tom Brady can see it happening. Yeah, okay. See that right there? Tom Brady at the edge. Sony Michel's at the 12-yard line, in between the 12 and 11-yard line right now. But on this play, Brady already has his hands up. He knows just how good of a running play this is. Brady in the corner. This is a touchdown. I don't have to watch for anything else. This is going to be a touchdown. Patriots, Brady, he's seen enough through his 71st touchdown pass to a different receiver in this game. That was actually Cordero Patterson, who, as you can see in this picture, is already up at the 5, making his second engaged block on the play. But, hey, Brady's seen enough. He knows that this is a touchdown. And, of course, it was Sony Michel's first career touchdown, thanks to Dwayne Allen, by the way, right there at the 11, looking at Charles Harris. Let's just watch that play one more time in full. Dwayne Allen, crackback, Trent Brown around the edge. Brady puts the hand up. Sony Michel, nice and easy, into the end zone for his first career touchdown. Not a whole lot of exuberance because, well, he really didn't have to do anything on this one. Just had to follow his tremendous blocking. You want to see $3.38 million? $3.38 million right there. That's Dwayne Allen. That's blocking. That's Patriots football. So if you hear people complaining about Dwayne Allen, if you hear people complaining about Cordero Patterson and not recognizing that these guys on the roster coincide with a good running game, yeah, kindly just tell them to, next time they have a thought and they want to speak, just let it go. It'll be better for everybody. $3.38 million right there. That's what $3.38 million gets you. A decleating of a defensive end, one of the best blocking tight ends in the NFL. And yes, blocking the run game that still has a place in the modern NFL. Guys like Dwayne Allen, despite what your buddy at your office says or what your stupid brother-in-law says, Dwayne Allen, $3.38 million, still worthwhile. The run game still worthwhile. And the Patriots just took down the top team in the division by a final score of 38-7 because of plays and players like Dwayne Allen. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of MicroPats. We'll be back for the Week 5 game. Actually, we'll do it again this week because the Patriots, they play the Colts, of course, on Thursday. So the MicroPats will be on Friday. MicroPats edition, Week 5 edition, will be on Friday this week. But once again, thank you for tuning in to MicroPats. This has been Jake Donnelly. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Goodbye from New England.